All right, I'm at Majestic Watch and Jewelry here in Los Angeles on Larchmont Boulevard, and Vartan over here is doing me a solid, and I'm feeling a little guilty about it, to be honest with you. I'm walking away from the music. So I've got this turtle, this Seiko turtle. You guys have seen it before. I got it used from my buddy, and it was pretty beat up. The crystal was all scratched, that old hard Lex. I've had a sapphire crystal put on it, but it's also running extremely fast. Matter of fact, you can see it. That's the wrist time, that's the wall time, so you can see how far off I am. It's gaining a couple minutes a day. And Mike, he's the dad. It's a father-son routine here, you know. And Mike told me it needed a service, but we figured it's a 4R36 movement. I'll just buy one. It's cheaper than doing the service. Here's the thing. Because this date on here is white, it's always bothered me. And also, you don't have the Lume at 3 o'clock, right? So what I did was I bought a movement with the black, the black date. And I picked up 2 date wheels. The date is just the number. The day is the day, right? So what I did was I bought the black so it'll somewhat match the blue dial and kind of go away a little bit. And then I'm going to have a white date wheel. However, and I bought all original Seiko parts, and it is the 4R36, not the NH36. And I got the one with the Japanese kanjis for the day and English. But I bought an aftermarket date wheel set that's white, but it glows green. So what we're going to see right now, Vartan again. Thank you, Vartan.
Of course, very welcome.
We're going to see if this aftermarket date wheel will match up fine on the movement, and if it does, that's what we're going to put in the watch. And you guys are going to see how that works out momentarily. So stick around, it's not over yet.
I'm gonna pull those off.
So how many screws is it?
4 up top.
So you're tuning up your own tools here.
Sharpening it.
Okay.
To be a little extra careful, popping this guy off. So all of these extra wheels are exposed. Be gentle.
You don't want to move them, and you don't want to knock anything into them, right?
Exactly.
You're doing what?
Getting rid of fingerprints.
Nice.
Any dust that could be on it.
Sounds like you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we got the expert working on putting the movement in the watch. We just wanted to show it is a real father-son routine here. That's what's going on.
That's crazy. Now whatever I do, it's not legal.
What did you say?
Whatever I do now, it's not legal.
What do you mean? The watch?
The hands that I put in with this is like more quicker, but...
Oh, legal is the wrong word. But I like that you're doing this. I want you guys watching this to notice he's putting these hands on strictly with tweezers.
Yep.
And he nails it every time. I've watched him do this multiple times now, and it's it's interesting because when you watch the watch videos, everybody buys those tools, those little pushers, which technically that's the right way to do it. But this is a guy that's been, how long you been doing this? 45 years. I mean, you've been doing something that long, you develop your own techniques for things that they're time savers and they work. Yeah, this guy works on Rolexes, Breitlings, Longines, Cartier, all of it. And by the way, thank you. A few of you have already sent your watches here to have worked on, and you've all been happy. Again, Majestic, watching jewelry here in Los Angeles. So what are we doing here?
Anti-magnet.
Anti-magnet machine. Anti-magnetism.
Yes. And that's it.
This is fun, where he's going to put it on the machine to see how well calibrated it is. And this.
And everywhere is dust. So it's great. It's only 3 seconds, 7 seconds. You can bring it 3 seconds. It's a little bit fast.
For those of you that don't know, with an automatic watch, you always want to set it a few seconds fast. Because as you wear it throughout the day, you bump your arm here and there. And whenever you whack your arm on something, you get a momentary pause in the movement. So as long as you're wearing it, if you set it 2-3 seconds fast,
Nighttime.
yeah, it'll be more accurate that way. Just so you know.
Now when nighttime you're taking out,
It catches up to
it's
itself.
gonna catch it up, whatever it lost in the daytime.
Got you. This is the movement we took out of the watch. Look at plus 97. Plus 81 seconds? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Plus 78. Plus 76.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. That's how bad that movement was. And I brought this to Mike like a year or two ago. And he adjusted it. I'm sure I said this already.
Magnetic.
What'd you say?
I think it's a magnetic. No, magnetized? Magnetized, or it's the oil.
It's got to be the oil. Thank you, sir.
You are very welcome. Yeah, it's touchy.
I'll show this to you at home close up, and I'll talk to you about why I did what I did, and wait till you see how the Lume works now. And this is why, one of the reasons I did this mod. Now the Lume is symmetrical, right? There's Lume at the 3 o'clock, and that is the day wheel. And to me, that's just cool. Now, obviously, that color's slightly off. It's barely noticeable. I could see it on the screen. When I look at it with the naked eye, I don't notice it as much, I suppose. But I feel like watches should just be doing this. Why wouldn't you just do that? All right, so you can see here, I'll take this off. We're going to talk about the band a little bit too here in a moment. The whole idea here was to get the date wheel to be a little bit closer to the dial color. You can see that this date wheel is black, the dial's blue. And to me, that just looks, of course, we're coming up to the second hand blocking it, but that to me looks better. That's just my thing. Now, bands. You guys know I've been making my own bands for a while. Here's some examples. You've seen these all before. And I've been lining them. I'm using bison hide, which holds up very well to water. But on the backs, I've been using a cow hide, a calf skin, which is very comfortable against your skin. In this case, this is the leather on the outside, the cowhide that's been embossed and colored to look like ostrich. But the backside is bison hide. And these are here, dive watches, right, which we've seen before. The land monster, same thing. On this one, you'll notice pretty much the same thickness across here, but when I made this version, I started making this part thicker and a little bit stiffer. Then it gets thinner here. It's all fine. The thing is when I wear these watches, I like to register them inboard on my wrist, right in this position. And with the thinner leather, they move around a little bit more. So I was thinking, what if I made it out of thicker leather by using bison hide on both sides? Because what you're going to learn is if you're wearing a leather strap and it's summertime and you're sweating a lot, the cowhide might get a little sticky on you and you could scrape it with your fingernail and it's not the best. But bison hide holds up well in the water. Now, I gave a strap to my buddy Chad. He's the guy I got this watch from. Chad wears his watch 24/7. He wears it in the shower and everything. And he sent me a picture and the cowhide on the inside of his watch is rotted away. So I told him I'm going to make him a new one that's going to be bison hide on both sides like this one. And my plan for this watch is when I go home to Jersey, I'm going to wear this surfing in the ocean. And we're going to rinse it off with fresh water and see how well it holds up. Because I think it's going to hold up well. But I want you to see how much thicker this spot here is. Then it thins up here. And on this side, I've even tapered it here more. So I'm having fun with this experimenting. I'm going to thin this section up like this section. So when it's on the wrist and buckled, under the wrist, it won't be as thick. That's the only thing you can kind of nitpick this about. Is for some people, it might seem too thick. Right here, right? That seems like a lot of leather right there for a lot of people, and I understand that. But I made this for me, not for you. And again, I can wear this here clocked in on the inboard part of my wrist. This is where I like it. That's what's comfortable for me. Again, I think it's a 44 millimeter case. I've got a 7 3/4 inch wrist. So it fits me pretty well. But that's where I like it. Now, this will move a little, right, throughout the day, but it's not a big deal. I can register here, and it will stay here for quite some time. Now, I made this band in haste the other day as fast as I could, so my stitching isn't perfect. And again, this is a prototype, so I don't care. But one of the things I did do, because I had this in a darker leather. Oh, it's right here. I first made this band for this watch, but this dark brown leather color, in my opinion, is too dark for this watch with the blue. So I decided to make it in the lighter brown, which I think for the blue dial and bezel insert works better. And now I've got the blue thread. Again, I'm not happy with that stitching right there. That's just the thing that jumps out at me. But I put the holes in, obviously, to let it breathe. And so I'll be making another one for myself. It's going to get more refined, and I just think it's a cool thing. This is me. It's what I'm into. I'm not trying to sell you guys a band or anything like that. I'm specifically making this for myself. However, I saw a watch the other day. It's a reissue of a high-end watch that it's a known watch in the watch community that came on a leather strap that was pierced in a really interesting way, and I'm going to duplicate that coming up soon. So stay tuned if you're into watches. This has been a Palooka Watch Channel production. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. And I will catch you in the next one.